let me tell you just a little bit, for those of you who don't know, what is Assembly for the Arts? What is Assembly for Action? Assembly for the Arts is your arts organization. We are your arts council, bringing together all the myriad voices of a multi-billion-dollar arts and culture sector. We advocate for artists, for creative nonprofits, for creative businesses. I call it a three-legged stool. Y'all have heard me say that before. We got artists, we got nonprofits, we have creative businesses. They make up a huge multi-billion-dollar industry. We do the studies that show the economic impact. We share that with public officials. So we're the people behind the numbers, but we're also the connectors and the conveners for creative folks to come together and for creative institutions to come together. That's Assembly for the Arts. So one thing we do, I call it expanding the pie. How do we expand the pie of resources, and whether that's technical, whether that's financial. And the second thing we do is we increase the equity within our great field. How are we sure, and how do we make sure that our creative sector mirrors the wonderful diversity, the wonderful creative people across Cuyahoga County and beyond? Those are the two things. So remember that, expand the pie, increase the equity. Those are the two big mission points for Assembly for the Arts. So what is this thing called Assembly for Action? That is simply a 501c4 political action group that helps to advocate, raise dollars to make sure that Assembly for Arts and all of our partners can continue to invest in our community. So right now, if you haven't noticed, there's an election about to happen in November, right? So Assembly for Action has galvanized forces to make sure that Cuyahoga voters will go back to the polls and vote to support arts and culture. And we want to thank people who have really helped us do this. It's been a two years in the making, starting with state legislatures on both sides of the aisle, began with our county executives. We have Armin Ludish here, the current county executive, Chris Ronayne. But it's come to today where we can be on the ballot, and we want you to vote yes on issue 55. This is not a political event, but it is a nonpartisan issue. So vote yes on issue 55. One of the many calls I received these past several weeks has been one big question: where can I get a yard sign? I'm happy to tell you we've got yard signs out in the lobby. Please take them on your way home. Please display them. Please share them. So vote yes on issue 55. You'll hear a little bit about that later. I want to recognize the board members of Assembly for the Arts. Can you raise your hands, our board members? We have 26 board members, including our chair, Chi-Chi and Kamari. Where are you, Chi-Chi? Who's chair of Assembly for the Arts? Yes. We also have Assembly for Action that is chaired by Fred Bidwell. I don't know if I saw Fred yet, but driving the fundraising and the movement that will really continue to push that vote yes on issue 55. This gathering we do every year. It's mostly networking, so I need to hurry up and so we can get back to networking. We do networking of public officials to thank and recognize all of you. We have mayors from all over the county and region. We have other public officials. We do this so we can network and show our support. Last year we recognized folks on the federal level, the county level. Councilwoman Yvonne Conwell was recognized. This year, I am really humbled to say that we're going to recognize one of the public elected officials and appointed officials who have moved Cleveland forward enormously in just a few months, a matter of a year and a half to 2 years.